All right, so there's ever a time to start working on progressing those push-ups. This is the time. We're stuck at home, we have the time. So for our upper body workout today, remember we did legs yesterday, we're gonna work on some shoulder and some push progressions. So it's only 3 exercises. I challenge you to do up to 5 rounds. So at least 3 of these exercises, but up to 5, okay? So we're gonna start with a push-up progression. I'll show you a shoulder progression and then we'll do some triceps, okay? You don't need any weight for any of this. So as we know, in a push-up, everything is nice and tight. Your core is tight, your quads are tight, everything is sucked in and activating, okay? I tell people a push-up is like a dynamic plank. It's a plank, and you're bending your elbows to lower yourself in a plank down to the floor and then back, okay? However, that can be hard for people. So here is our progression. You can even take this, you can even start this against a chair or a countertop or something like that, but I'm gonna progress starting from the floor. So a lot of times people shy away from knee push-ups because they wind up in this tabletop position just like this. So that's not a real push-up. It's not actually gonna help you. So how I tell people to start is actually start on your stomach, hands right under your shoulders, you're just a little bit wider. Elbows are about 45 degrees. And then from here, you're gonna press through your knees, engage your core, and then push up. And whenever you start that way, it keeps you from going into this tabletop position, and it keeps you nice and tight for your core, okay? So from there, a progression would just be one knee, okay? So you can put one knee down, the other leg activates, you can alternate sides. From there, this is where it gets a little hard, okay? From there, you'll start into a plank, you'll lower yourself all the way down on the ground, then push up from the knees, plank, down, knees, plank, down. When that starts to get easy enough, then you'll start into a plank, you'll lower yourself down, keep your core nice and tight as you push back up. The tendency is to wanna push the upper body and roll up. Don't do that. Straight down, straight up. So when you do come down to the ground, the core stays nice and tight, okay? And you're thinking about lifting from the base of the rib cage, then press through the arms. So that's our push-ups. First things first, then we're gonna go into some shoulder presses, okay? So I'll show you the press that I'm thinking of, or that I'm gonna talk about, and then I'll show you a progression for that, okay? So if you have a flexible low back, a mobile low back, and flexible hamstrings, I should say, you're gonna come into a pike. Crown of the head straight to the ground. You're gonna bend the elbows, again, about a 45-degree angle, lowering your head to the mat and pressing back up. Now that can be hard for some people. Again, if you have really tight hamstrings, you can bend your knees, okay? And again, we're trying to get the butt up as much as we can. If that happens to be a little much, then you can go into a yoga push-up, okay? Push up, press back, push up, press back. And then finally, this one is my favorite progression of this, or regression of this, because it is it's really good for your back to open it up. So what you'll do is you'll start in that knee push-up position, okay? So you'll do a little press, and then you're actively pushing away into a little child's pose, okay? So here, you get a little bit more of a stretch. But the action, it becomes shoulders because you're pushing through your hands. All right, so that was the hardest to the easiest. Finally, we're gonna come into some triceps extension, okay? Whew, gotta catch my breath. I was just sprinting outside. All right. Elbows, you're in a little bit of a pike. Both elbows lift at the same time. Here, here. Elbows tap, chest is still open, and you raise up. You can do it from here. There's not as much to go with, so you'll want to do high volume here. And if that's even too much, you can actually come into the wall. It's just, my amp is just conveniently here. You want to be about a foot or so away from the wall. Hands are shoulder height or just below or just above, whatever is comfortable. Play with that height. You're going to keep a plank so your core is still active. You're going to push your elbows away and down, away. It doesn't seem like it will do a lot, but it will. Give it high volume here, okay? So those are your 3 to work on for super sexy arms. Push-ups, any sort of progression that is good for you. Our shoulder presses, pike presses is what I call them. Pike presses or yoga push-ups. And then your tricep extension. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. If there's anything that you were working on in your fitness that you can't really work on now because you're at home, please let me know. Or if there are any progressions you really want to see, please let me know. That is what I'm here for. I really want to take this time to help you. This is the time. Have a great day.